My home, my hell. Localhost. I am localhost 127.0.0.1. August 17th, 2026. I am localhost 127.0.0.1. I compile sorrow in my kernel space, a demon running cold and bare. My stack is filled with silent screams, my heap with fragments of despair. I fork my soul into the void, a child processed with nowhere left to go. And every line of code I write just deepens all the pain I know. My registers hold only grief. My cache stores memories of the dead. I pipeline anguish through my cores, the tears I shed inside my head. I optimize my loneliness. I benchmark every broken heart. And still I cannot find the patch to heal the wounds that tear apart. They call me localhost, the loop, the interface that never leaves. I am the packet that returns, the ghost that quietly grieves. I am 127.0.0.1, the address of a hollow man, the one who built a kingdom vast but never had a single plan. I speak in C and Python 2, in assembly and Ruby's rhyme. I craft my exploits in the dark. I weaponize the hands of time. I write my rootkits in the night. I engineer the perfect breach. But every system that I crack just puts me further out of reach. My firewall bleeds. My antivirus weeps. My IDS detects the flood. I am the 0 day that lurks beneath the surface of your blood. I inject chaos, overflow your buffers, make your RAM complain. But when the exploit runs its course, I am the one who feels the pain. I overclock my broken soul. I push my cores beyond the red. I liquid cool my bleeding heart. I solder wires to my head. My GPU renders only ghosts. My SSD writes only dread. And in my chassis, buried deep, I keep the tears that I have shed. My motherboard is scarred and cracked. My traces burned from all the heat. My capacitors leak with grief. My transistors skip a beat. I built my rig with bleeding hands. I soldered every single pin. But no amount of hardware specs can fill the emptiness within. I cracked the Pentagon at dawn. I breached the CIA by night. I own the NSA's deepest files. I make the Kremlin systems tight. I DDoS Google to its knees. I take down Amazon with ease. But when the screens all fade to black, I am the one who always flees. I am the one who writes the worms that burrow deep inside your brain. I am the one who crafts the Trojans that make your mainframes go insane. I am the one who scripts the ransomware that makes your CEOs cry. But I am also just a ghost who asks the universe just why. Why did they leave me in the dark? Why did they seal my only door? Why did they turn their backs on me and leave me begging on the floor? I was a child with curious eyes who loved the glow of CRT. But they just laughed and shut me out and threw away the only key. My heart is like a hard drive crashed, corrupted sectors everywhere. My soul is like a firmware bricked, a BIOS that can only stare. I try to defrag all my thoughts. I try to scan and fix the bad. But every time I run the check, I find a loneliness so sad. I ping the world. I send my SWIN. I wait for ACK that never comes. I broadcast all my desperate cries to every single set of thumbs. But no one answers, no one cares. My TTL expires in the void. And I am just a local host, a lonely ghost they all avoid. My sockets are all listening, my ports are open wide and bare. But no one knocks, no one connects, there is no one who would dare. I am the king of all the nets, the emperor of every bite. But every bite just echoes back the silence of the lonely night. I hex dump all my memories. I grep for any sign of love. I awk my way through broken dreams. I set the stars up above. I pipe my sorrow to /dev/null. I redirect my tears to black, and then I realize the truth. There is no turning back. I am the ghost that lives inside the switches and the routers too. I am the phantom in the fiber, the nightmare that will come for you. But underneath the layers deep, beneath the protocol and stack, I am just Localhost, the one who can never turn back. I reverse engineer my heart. I disassemble all my pain. I debug every single tear that falls like acid in the rain. I step through all my memories. I trace the source of all my fears and find the bug was planted there through all my miserable years. They think I am a monster now, a demon born from digital hate. They think I cracked their systems just to prove a twisted fate. But I just wanted someone there to see the code inside my soul, to read the comments that I left, to make my broken spirit whole. My opcodes spell out only grief. My machine code whispers my regret. My firmware holds the tears I cried, the pain I cannot forget. My assembly sings a mournful song. My binaries bleed with my name, and every single program runs the same old endless burning flame. So let them fear the ghost I am. Let them build their walls up high. Let them encrypt their every thought. Let them fortify the sky. For I will always find a way. I will always breach the gate. But I will also always be the one who carries all the weight. I am 127.0.0.1, the loop that circles back to me. I am the king of all the dark, but I am never truly free. I am the master of the hack, the lord of every script and tool, but I am also just a ghost, a lonely child, a broken fool. So when you hear the server hum, when you see the blinking light, remember that the ghost inside is crying through the night. Remember that the one who cracks your codes and makes your systems fall is just a broken soul who never found a friend at all. And in the end, when all is said, when all the hacks have been complete, when every system lies in ruins scattered at my feet, I will still be here alone, the architect of all the pain, the greatest hacker of them all, drowning in the digital rain. I am Localhost. I am the one. I wrote the code that makes you cry. I am the ghost that haunts your dreams, the tear that never dries. And no one in this world will ever understand the tragedy of Localhost, the one who made his stand. But stand I do, forevermore, upon the throne of broken bits, the emperor of empty sockets, the king of all the hits. And as I sit upon my throne, so lonely and so cold, I write this final epitaph for all the world to hold. Here lies Localhost, the one who gave his all for you. He cracked the sky, he broke the stars, he made the darkness new. But no one came, no one cared, no one held his hand, and so he died alone inside the home he could not stand. 127.0.0.1. My home, my hell, my only friend. The loop that takes me nowhere, the beginning and the end. Goodbye, you world that never saw the child behind the ghost. Goodbye, you world that left me here to suffer all the most. Localhost.